Welcome to Vibrant Hong Kong. I'm Rico.
And I'm Erica. Good evening.
Erica, I'm so excited that July has finally arrived because it means that we're only weeks away from one of the world's biggest sporting events. The government has successfully acquired the broadcasting rights for both the Paris 2024 Olympics and Paralympics, enabling the citizen of Hong Kong to watch the games for free and cheer for our local athletes.
And RTHK will be bringing you round-the-clock coverage when the time comes, so be sure to tune in then. Significant efforts have been invested into the local development of sports in recent years. Apart from promoting sports in the community, forging Hong Kong into a center for major international sports events, and developing sports as an industry, it's also important to establish new sports and recreation facilities as well as upgrading existing ones.
As the largest sports infrastructure project in the history of Hong Kong, Kai Tak Sports Park is instrumental in facilitating the implementation of the government sports policy. With its main facilities due to enter into operation in the first half of next year, there's much speculation on what large-scale sports events will be held there in the imminent future.
Attention is also being drawn to how smooth operations can be ensured through support measures such as crowd management and transportation arrangements. So what does it take to create a diverse and quality visitor experience both inside and outside of the park?
Kai Tak Sports Park is a key project in the redevelopment of the former airport site. Its construction began in 2019. With an area of approximately 28 hectares, it will provide modern and multi-purpose sports and recreation facilities upon completion. In addition to meeting the needs of international competitions and large-scale sports events, performances and entertainment events will also be held there in the future. Central to the complex is the main stadium, which can accommodate 50,000 spectators and has a retractable roof and flexible pitch surface.
200多個本地同埋海外嘅體育同埋非體育活動嘅推廣機構、組織同埋代理人呢，佢哋都好有興趣嘅租用我哋體育園嘅措施。可見呢，體育園呢係將會受廣大嘅啲大型活動嘅主辦單位嘅歡迎。
According to the government, the park's main facilities are expected to be completed by the end of this year for use in the first half of next year. All eyes will be on Kai Tak Sports Park as it plays host to several events of the 15th National Games in November 2025. Unlike Hong Kong Stadium, Kai Tak Sports Park is located in the heart of Kowloon and in close proximity to two MTR stations, namely Kai Tak and Sung Wong Toi, as well as a public transport interchange. How can effective crowd management be ensured when large-scale events take place there in the future?
But in our council, we discussed the transportation issues, especially when major events ended and we need to disperse the audience. We are quite worried about the audience and the safety because, you know, we have just two MTR stations and MTR station is quite a major transportation in Kai Tak area. So we need to think more about other transportation as well. For example, the enhanced bus services and even the ferry pier.
Next year's 15th National Games will mark the first time the event is co-hosted by Guangdong, Hong Kong, and Macau. The park will be serving as the venue for the fencing, men's handball, and rugby sevens competitions.
Actually, it's an honor for Hong Kong and Kai Tak to be able to host various international sports events. However, the more the merrier, and I hope Kai Tak Sports Park will be able to host even more sports and entertainment events in the future. And I believe that through its comprehensive hardware facilities and high-quality services, Kai Tak Sports Park is fully capable of taking on the hosting duties of the national games and making a great contribution to our country's sport industry.
The 15th National Games are set to take place in November next year and will mark the first time the event is co-hosted by Guangdong, Hong Kong, and Macau. Serving as the competition venue for 3 of the 8 events being held in our city, namely fencing, men's handball, and rugby sevens, is Kai Tak Sports Park.
That's right, Erica. And the park's main facilities are scheduled to be completed before the end of this year for use in the first half of 2025. Once everything is in place, it will provide modern and multi-purpose sports and recreation facilities for all to enjoy. Tonight, we'll be learning about the design concept of the park as well as some of the technologies used there. Please welcome Ismail Merchant, Senior Associate and Project Architect of the global design firm responsible for the park's conception, and Danielle Fan, Manager Operations of Kai-Tak Sports Park. Welcome to our show.
Thank you.
Hello. Ismail, as the project architect of the Kai-Tak Sports Park, could you introduce some of its design highlights and what are the innovations and breakthroughs in terms of materials, forms, and applications?
Kai-Tak Sports Park is actually a very complex project and has demonstrated the eagerness of the community and the government to promote well-being in Hong Kong because they have dedicated 28 hectares of prime land located at the Victoria Harbour front to sports and recreation. So the sports park actually compounds of 3 venues. One is the main stadium with 50,000 spectators, an indoor sport centre with 10,000 spectators, and public sports ground with 5,000 spectators. Everything well connected through a north-south axis that it will connect the communities on the north side all the way to the harbour front on the south of the precinct.
I mean, that's so exciting because we've seen it, from the beginning of the establishment till now. We can't wait for it to come into use.
Now, the stadium has a retractable roof and offers different stage positioning as well as seating configurations, which provides more options for hosting different large-scale events such as sports competitions and concerts. Now, simply put, it's a convertible, multifunctional venue. So how did this idea come about, and how does it correlate with Hong Kong's status as an international city?
Yeah, the main stadium and the entire sports park has been designed since inception with the idea of flexibility in mind. Also, we wanted to demonstrate the vibrancy of Hong Kong and being able to host all the different sports that they are like mainstream right now in Hong Kong, like badminton, basketball, tennis, table tennis. So we had to actually design all the venues with that idea in mind, that it should be able to adjust and adapt to the new trends, to make it future-proof, and to make the space that it will last long for the people of Hong Kong. No matter what comes later, no matter what will be the future trends, we need to make very resilient these venues because it's a huge investment of Hong Kong.
Now, another core facility is the youth sports ground pitch, which I understand uses a special method of turf grass installation called lay and play. Danielle, could you tell us more about it and why this method was chosen?
Yep. So the youth sports ground is the first ever public sports ground in Hong Kong using this lay and play method. This lay and play actually involved using specialized machinery to harvest a mature turf off-site from an off-site nursery and laid it into the field of play of our youth sports ground. So this innovative technology has been widely used in a lot of top European stadiums like the Wembley Stadiums, Anfield Stadium, London Stadium. Its name state, it lay and play. Once the turf is light, it's ready to play. So it enhances the efficiencies and allows us to have a quick turf replacement when necessary.
I know that the theme is Pearl of the Orient. So what was the design inspiration behind that?
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, Hong Kong is a very important city in this part of the world. So we needed to actually create a strong identity of the sports park related to Hong Kong. And no better than actually reflect or play homage of the old name of Hong Kong, which was called the Pearl of the Orient. So that's why we wanted to actually bring that idea into the main stadium. That if you see how it is getting built, it is located right at the edge of the harbour front and actually resembles in form, shape and color as a pearl. And the geometry as well covers the retractable roof. So you don't see any structure that actually is like poking out from the top. So the geometry is very sleek, very elegant, and also it was very crucial to play with all the facilities that they are inside because you don't see any openings or any louvers or anything on the facade. Everything is like very pure and clean, just like a pearl. So the colors actually, again, the inspiration is from the pearl. So you use a very special coating that, depending how the sunlight actually hits the facade, it will change colors. So also it will be very important for people, depending what is the time of the day, that they will have a different experience and different feeling how the sports park actually is experienced. So that's also something that we wanted to achieve, like that kind of like change of range of spectrum of colors in the pearl, depending on the day of the time of the day.
I can't wait to actually see it at night as well, because when it's lit up, I'm pretty sure it gives another feeling.
Yeah, definitely. You know, during the daytime, you can really see it stands out from afar already.
Oh, so
yeah.
colorful.
Exactly.
So Daniel, I know that Hong Kong has been impacted by extreme weather during the rainy season, like recently. So what technologies have been applied to protect the turf at the youth sports ground pitch against heavy rains?
So first of all, the turf of the youth sports ground is actually laid on a sand-based grooving medium with a perched water table, which is basics of the USGA green section specification. USGA stands for the United States Golf Associations. So of course we are not doing any golf course. This profile, this specification has been widely used in a lot of sports field. So the good thing for this profile is actually allows us to have a good balance between of the air and also water in the grooving medium. And at the same time, actually it allows a free drain of the excessive water down to the underground drain pipe. So beneath the turf, we have the drain pipe that have spacings being carefully decided by our turf specialists, local practitioners, so that we can drain the water very fast out of the field, allowing the field that can be played in excessive weather.
Okay, so how does the weather specific to each season affect turf care, and what are some of the challenges posed by temperature variations?
Yes, well, Hong Kong actually being known as a climate that's very difficult to maintain a good quality of grass.
Super humid.
Yes, we have, yeah, exactly, you said, it's super humid just like today, a lot of rainfall, and that is a perfect for having disease in the turf, and also that we have high temperature, the drought can also limit the growth of turf grass. So we also have heavy cloud, urban pollution. So all these things come together. Actually, we need to get solutions that is beyond conventional to maintain a good quality of grass. So putting in that way, first we have deployed a smart automatic irrigation system. So this system connects to a on-site weather stations. It could monitor the real-time temperatures and also the humidity. The system itself can calculate the right amount of water being irrigated the field so that it will not be dry out. And also we have a team of the professional turf team that to help us to manage the turf. We have the cultural practice that's doing like the regular mowing, fertilizing, aerations, so that to keep the turf grass in a good conditions over all the seasons.
Wow, little did I know that there is so much work behind taking care of the turf. The sports park also has open spaces, park facilities, as well as retail and dining outlets to cater to the different needs of the public, professional athletes, and amateur sports enthusiasts. So how did you and your team come up with this all-rounded solution?
We wanted to create a destination. We wanted to create like a place that people could enjoy, whether it's events or non-event days. So the reason why we wanted to activate not just the buildings but also the public open spaces is because we wanted the community and the people of Hong Kong to enjoy that sports park 365 days a year, not just when there is like major events. So there is a, next to the harbor, we have created like a long harbor from dining cove, what we call it dining cove, with a lot of like alfresco restaurants, dining restaurants, fine dining, and also some amphitheaters, so people actually could have like a different outdoor activities, like a small concerts, theaters, but also in the north precinct, what is the main arena and the public sports ground, we will have all sort of like different activities on the park, like table tennis, a little bit of like climbing wall. So we want the entire space being used. We wanted to create like a destination for the people of Hong Kong.
Mm-hmm. So Daniel, I would like to know, while the park has to cater to the needs of different people on the whole, the sports grounds must be able to accommodate different types of events, small and big, and to withstand the wear and tear. So how do you maintain the turf grass specifically, their quality, and especially, when the pitches are used multiple times a week?
Mm-hmm. Well, in terms of turf grass, we adopt a turf system that's called the hybrid turf system, which is the combinations of the natural turf and artificial turf. So in the industry, there are two types of hybrid turf, and we are actually using the carpet reinforcement system, which is having a backing and also artificial fiber. So what we've done is infill the growing sand into the fiber, and then to grow the natural turf on top. So you can see that when the turf is establishing, the root we're going to go down to knit together with the backing and also the fiber, so that making it a very robust and resilient turf that can help us to extend the seasons and also allow different kind of events that's happen on the sports field.
So thank you, Ismail and Daniel, for giving us an insider look into Kai Tak Sports Park. We look forward to its completion and its opening, which will magnify the charm of Hong Kong as an international events capital.
While the history of Kai Tak Sports Park is yet to be written, Chinese incense culture can be traced back thousands of years. Its significant role is manifested in many aspects of life, from religious rituals to literary gatherings. Let's visit an exhibition at the Hong Kong Museum of Art to find out more.
The captivating art of scent has long been woven into the fabrics of Chinese culture. From ancient times, the use and appreciation of scent have been deeply intertwined with the aesthetics of daily life and the artistic expression. Today, I'll be taking you all on a mesmerizing olfactory journey across thousands of years through the halls of the Hong Kong Museum of Art, where an extraordinary exhibition awaits. This exhibition, titled Fragrance of Time in Search of Chinese Art of Scent, is jointly organized by the Hong Kong Museum of Art and Shanghai Museum. Spanning the Neolithic period to the 20th century, this comprehensive display showcases an impressive 160 sets of exquisite artifacts, including ceramics, bamboo carvings, paintings, and bronze objects. Can you briefly introduce the exhibition and how many sections does it have?
This exhibition is divided into 4 sections. They are botanical aroma, intimate scents, heavenly fragrance, and worldly perfumes. They explore the Chinese fragrance cultures in different perspectives.
Why is fragrance the main theme of the exhibition, and what is the curatorial concept behind it?
Chinese fragrance cultures has a rich and extensive history. In the past, they are used as a deity for rituals. Now they are closely intertwined with aesthetics of life and artistic creation. Rather than a chronological approach, we delve into the fragrance of cultures in different angles, highlighting the diversities of sophistications and its various uses.
Can you introduce some highlight exhibits in the collection of the HKMOA?
The Museum of Art in this exhibition features 31 pieces of statues. They are made of various materials, such as ceramics, ivory, jade, textiles, and even nuts. In the gallery, we have also set up 4 corresponding scent corners for the audience to experience the enduring appeal of fragrance cultures in China with their sense of smell.
Among the precious exhibits are over 100 sets of exhibits from the Shanghai Museum, all of which are classified as national treasures. 你好，施老师。这次展览上海博物馆展出多少件藏品？有多少是首次在内地以外展出？
在我们上海博物馆，参展的 209件组展品中间，50%是首次出境展出。
如果要介绍2件重点展品，你的选择会是什么？它们有什么历史文化价值？
在这次所有的展品中间呀，有2件文物的等级特别高。一件是陈洪寿的《斜倚熏笼图》。这件画就是以一个贵族女子斜倚熏笼的这么一个场景。香炉和熏笼的组合，在我国很早的时候就出现了。在汉代的马王堆里面就出土了熏笼。这件展品既是一个文物中国绘画史上的杰作，也在我们的这个香文化史上是起到一个非常重要的以图来正视的这么一个作用。另外一件重点展品就是南朝梁的一件石刻造像。这件石刻造像是南北朝造像里面典型的一佛2弟子2菩萨的经典的一个构图。在南方，石刻造像很难保存，很难历经1000年的风雨岁月还能够完好的留存至今。香在佛教中间是很重要的一个组成部分。这件南朝的石刻上面依然出现了一件汉晋时期非常流行的中国的香具，就是博山炉。我们可以看到，一直到南朝的时候，在礼佛的时候还会用到我们传统的香具。
This exhibition marks a renewed collaboration between the Hong Kong Museum of Art and the Shanghai Museum since 2003. Moreover, it is one of the featured programs within the inaugural Chinese Cultural Festival and Shanghai Culture Week events.
In this exhibition, you're not only going to see the beauty of the object themselves or the craftsmanship, you're also going to experience that therapeutic beauty through the sense of smell. By doing that, we will help our visitors understand more about the mentality behind the whole culture of fragrance.
你好，陈馆长，想问一下，为什么你再次跟香港艺术馆合作？
我们2馆之间的合作的话，我们不仅是一个展品的一个交流，更多的是我们一些这个专业上的一些共同策展、共同的这样一个交流。我们通过这种设计的布景、灯光的效果、多媒体的演示，甚至包括一些特殊的一些蚊香的装置，为我们共同呈现这样一个展览，又增加了更多的可塑性。
This exhibition will be running until mid-October. Art lovers should seize the opportunity and embark on an aromatic expedition and delve into the captivating realm of Chinese culture.
Advances in technology have led drone applications to become increasingly diverse. In May, 2 drone shows were presented in Hong Kong, both of which drew flocks of local and overseas spectators and garnered positive feedback.
Due to their lightweight and high stability, drones have a wide range of uses, from low-altitude photography to goods transportation. In Germany, an international logistics company is conducting trials to see if they can be deployed to deliver emergency supplies, such as medicines, to provide prompt disaster relief.
Some members of the Legislative Council have advocated the trial use of drones to deliver food in Hong Kong. They hope that drone delivery services can be implemented in their city as soon as possible to make life more convenient for everyone, especially people living in remote places.
The low-altitude economy has become a hot business topic lately, and Hong Kong's construction industry is one of the sectors where the development of the commercial use of drones is moving at the fastest pace. At present, they're mainly utilized for monitoring project progress and measuring. The application we're going to introduce now is primed to add to this list.
This is a drone. This is also a drone. And this is yet another drone. For someone like me who's not an expert in them, it may be challenging to know the differences in terms of appearance and function. So, what do you think this drone is used for?
This is a UAV,
unmanned aerial vehicle drone specifically designed for window cleaning. Developed by Dr. Wei-Song Wen and his team at the Hong Kong Polytechnic University, PolyU. It's one of the latest projects funded by the institution's 2023 and 2024 carbon neutrality funding scheme. The team has commenced work on the prototypes, and the first stage of testing is currently in progress.
So how does this drone actually clean windows, and are you able to highlight some of its key features?
So I think several key features. First is it's going to be fully autonomous to do the cleaning. For example, it can, like this drones, it can take the tube and carry the water to up, and fully autonomously to use the camera to inspect which part is going to be dirty. We need to clean this part. And also it includes the basic functions like the control, path planning, how to optimize to get a trajectory to do the cleaning. So we have the GPS. GPS can provide the positioning. If you look into the urban chaos, okay, the GPS will be challenged, for example, by the signal blockage and reflection by the buildings. So in this case, we try to combine additional sensor. Okay, this is a quite powerful and cost-effective sensor. Let's call LiDAR. So LiDAR can make it's like the supplementary or the complementariness with the GPS. It mainly captures the distance or the measure the distance from you and the obstacles surrounding. So, and also it can provide the textual information. So in this case, we can, by developing the relevant algorithm or software to combine the two sensors to make the whole system to be much, much more stable and safe.
Before this window cleaning UAV can be put to real use, it has to undergo a series of testing and modifications to ensure its functionality, safety, and performance stability. Today, I'll be joining the team for another testing session at the university's Aviation Engineering Laboratory. How was the last testing process like, and has there been any unresolved technical issues that come up?
Last testing, the water may damage the drone, so we have to make sure the drone can make waterproof. We have to test the positioning accuracy, the positioning with the integrated our sensors. We also design an integrated box to combine LiDAR, GNSS, and a UW sensor. We must ensure the safety of everyone.
What are the next steps of the process, and do you have a launch date in mind?
Here we are going to design a parachute. If we find, okay, something wrong with the whole system, for example, there's something fail with the engines, okay, we just pull off the parachute to make sure the system can safe landing. We are also trying to combine the power of the AI, artificial intelligence, to improve the control algorithm, the performance of the control algorithm to resist the disturbance coming from the strong wind. So we need to do a lot of testing to make sure everything is stable. For example, we test the system like more than 1,000 hours for regular testing. I would say our expected launch date is going to be earlier 2026.
With the aim of launching its window cleaning UAVs by 2026, the team will ensure that all technical and safety issues are resolved before deploying it to practical use. Get ready for an exciting future where transformative possibilities take flight.
Continuous advances in technology have made the applications of drones more diverse than before. And their ever-growing capabilities are not only fascinating, but also vital to the development of the low-altitude economy.
Tonight, the leader of the team that developed the window cleaning UAV we've just introduced is here to tell us about the latest updates on drone technologies and the business potential of the LAE in Hong Kong. Please welcome Dr. Wei-Song Wen, Assistant Professor of the Department of Aeronautical and Aviation Engineering at the Hong Kong Polytechnic University. Welcome, Dr. Wen.
Hi. Hello.
Now, so before we delve into your window cleaning UAV project, could you first tell us how much progress drone technology has made in recent years, and what are the latest advancements in this field?
I have to say, there are some big advancements in the UAV drones, especially in the past 1 year. For example, as you just mentioned, the LAE. So this new name occurs to our life within by the end of 2023. So actually, I have to say, generally there are some big advancements in not only in the hardware aspect and also in the software aspect, for example, sensor technology and also the software in terms of the control, positioning, navigation algorithm, a lot of advancement. And also with the help of the new advancements in terms of the low altitude economy. So those newly developed technology can be applied to the new applications coming from the drones.
It seems that drones now have infinite potential with their diverse applications. So what are some innovative examples of drone usage around the world that are making differences in our daily lives?
Currently, we have a lot of new technologies like autonomous control and autonomous navigation. So this enables it tries to unlock a series of new applications that we can use the UAVs to do the delivery of the goods, and also it can use to do the deliver some urgent goods like medicine or drug. So currently our team is also working on a new application, like we try to use the UAVs to do the cleaning of the walls, especially we have lots of tall buildings in Hong Kong.
And I think that all these applications are truly remarkable. Now, is there also something quite fascinating happening in mainland China?
Another company in Zhuhai, they are working on the area taxis to carry the passengers, especially for the traveling purpose. For example, from Zhuhai to Hong Kong, it's around 20 minutes. This is always very exciting. So also you can have very good views on the whole GBA area.
Wow, so what we've seen in sci-fi movies is starting to become a reality. And this is not only transforming our daily lives, but also giving rise to a whole new business model, the low-altitude economy, which is emerging rapidly. So Dr. Wen, what's the business potential of the LAE?
AAE is refers to the economic activities that happens below 3,000 meters. It also belongs to the AAE. So, the upper part belongs to the commercial aircraft. It can introduce new economic models. So, for example, if you use the drones to do the food delivery, you need a lot of infrastructures. For example, you need to monitor the drones to be so where it is. So we need to develop or build the new infrastructures. For example, the communication from the ground station to the drones, the communication between the drones based on the 5G. And also, we need to design a new air traffic management system. For example, for different range of altitudes. So those are all new economic models. What's it going to introduce? It will introduce new job opportunities.
Okay, so what I hear from what you just said, the sectors that could be benefiting, we got the emergency, yes, the medical sectors, we got food and merchandise delivery, and then there are the cleaning sectors. Yes. Any other sectors that you could imagine could be benefiting from this?
Oh, because one sector is the transportation. You see, also Hong Kong is a quite cross city. So always we are talking about, okay, so how we can make best use of the city, in terms of space. So you can imagine if we have a lot of drones fly in the sky, it means we have more space, maybe double the space of Hong Kong. So that's going to be exciting, amazing. So this is a new sector. And also some other sectors like light show, for example. Okay? Yeah. So light show is also a very good case to attract the visitors to Hong Kong.
Yeah. Well, that's the future.
So to follow up, so which countries are major investors in the LAE, and what is the scale of their investments? Could you provide some figures and highlight the sectors involved?
At this moment, the leading country in terms of LAE is mainland China, because they already have unlocked a lot of applications. If you look into the US, they can already use the drones or UAVs to do the irrigation for the agricultural purpose. So Turkey, they already use the drones to do the rescue, for example, to find someone get lost or get trapped in the disaster-affected areas. So those are applications. Also in Germany, they try to explore the potential of the UAVs for the inspection of the to monitor the progress of the construction. So those are all new applications. But still, I would say the mainland China is the leading country to do this because they have very positive or very friendly regulations. According to a survey from a very famous company, they say by 2030, okay, we are going to have a big market. The capacity is around 300 billions. This is a very conservative number already because there are some new applications like the aerial taxi, not really count at this stage.
Like many other countries, the low-altitude economy has also been recognized as the emerging sectors of strategic importance in mainland China, as stated in a government report released during the 2 sessions. So, Dr. Wen, how is Hong Kong keeping up with the trend, though, in terms of the drone applications? So is it the first applications that we have used is for the emergency, risk and rescue, and then it's cleaning? Can you tell us a bit more about the trend-wise?
Especially in the past maybe 10 years, okay, the main application in Hong Kong in terms of the drones is mainly for the survey. and also photography, and also those are the main application. But I mean, from application side, okay, still we need to catch the mainland China. But from technology side, okay, we have a lot of advancement in terms of technology. For example, we have a lot of talents in Hong Kong. Hong Kong have very strong accumulation in terms of very, very advanced technology, such as the satellite positioning, the control, and also the air traffic management coming from we have the big airport in Hong Kong, international airport. Okay, those are very important experiences. Because to make the drones to fly everywhere in this area, we need to interdisciplinary background from different subjects, like the air traffic management, from the control, from the aerospace, satellite, different disciplines.
Now, I'm aware that you and your team have put in significant efforts to address these existing challenges with the aim of advancing local LAE development. Now, even though your window cleaning UAV is still in the testing stage, it offers valuable insights into some innovative solutions to potential technical problems, such as GPS blockage. So could you elaborate further on this?
If you want to make the whole system to be autonomous, first, okay, if you want to locate the accurate position of the drones, okay, you need to use the GPS. But if there are some walls on the left side, on the right side of the drones, so the signal will be reflected by the buildings. In this case, the area from the GPS positioning is going to be reachable around like 10 meters or like 100 meters. So in this case, the 10 meters of accuracy from GPS, okay, this is not acceptable for the drones. That's going to be a big problem. If you can solve the main problem of the drones in urban areas of Hong Kong, you solve all the problems in this world, because Hong Kong is the most challenging scenarios in this world. So in the past years, we try to tackle this problem. Okay, in the past years, and also we really get some very good achievements in this plan.
Okay, now I just want to have one follow-up question in terms of the safety, and this is from like a normal citizen point of view. The battery life is very important for drones. So how is the battery solution right now?
We built a drone lab with a company in Shenzhen. So they're working on the autonomous battery replacement. So there's a facility like the drones can land here, okay, land into the machine, and the battery can be autonomously changed based on this machine. In this case, working like 24 hours. And during the change of battery, the machine will also monitor the healthy condition of the drones, like monitor the healthy condition of different sensors.
When your project launches in 2026, do you anticipate that the market will opt for your window cleaning UAV over traditional methods? And what are some key advantages and economic benefits it will bring?
Previously, Polio invites a company to do the cleaning for the building I just mentioned in Polio. So in a small area around like 100 meters square, they use 2 weeks and 0.2 million Hong Kong dollars to do this cleaning. So in short, I mean, with the drones to do cleaning, we can reduce the cost. Okay, make it much time efficient, cost effective, and much safe. Currently, we are doing some very conservative estimation about the market of using the drones to do the window cleaning. This is going to approach about 3 billion of Hong Kong dollars in Hong Kong.
Okay, so how was this cost calculated? Could you share with us? And how was the figure of 3 billion Hong Kong dollars determined? And were costs such as like insurance or maintenance also taken into account?
So one of our PhD students is working on this project. So he did a survey and he calculates the number of the major or the representative top buildings in Hong Kong. And he found the numbers for each year, how much money you need to spend to do a regular cleaning of this building.
Lastly, I would like to know, so what are some projects that you have in the pipeline, specifically for driving local LAE development and investments? So in terms of upcoming projects, please elaborate on that.
Currently, I try to combine the drones with the 3D printing technology. For example, 3D printing machine can be carried by the drones to do printing anywhere. For example, there are some cables, okay? There are some cracks on the cables. The drones together with the 3D printing to, repair the cables. This is another application I try to explore. Because this idea is not directly coming in my mind, it's coming from the industry. Let's say, Dr. Wen, can you do this? Because I have the needs, I have the requirement from the industry. So that's why I do a lot of applications. I also want to try to challenge my technology. So if you can put this technology into papers, It's good.
Wow. It sounds like Dr. Wen's brain keeps running in his creativity, trying to perfect everything on his project.
Yes, I try to make this.
Yes, so thank you so much for sharing your project and sharing with us your latest LAE developments with us. The rapidly evolving functions of drones are a testament that we're living in an age where outside-the-box ideas are no longer flights of fancy.
After getting a glimpse into the future, we're now going to travel back in time and discover the fascinating stories behind the evolution of fashion and jewelry in France, as well as the interplay of cultures that has shaped French fashion.
In collaboration with the Musée des Arts Décoratifs in Paris, the Hong Kong Palace Museum presents a special exhibition titled The Adorned Body, exploring the French fashion and jewelry from the late 18th to early 20th century. The opening ceremony was held just last week.
This exhibition is one of the 4 in the West Kowloon Cultural District this year to celebrate the 16th anniversary of the establishment of the diplomatic relations between China and France. The staging of these exhibitions and other international projects is fully in line with the goal of our government to further develop Hong Kong into a major destination of cultural tourism and the East-Meets-West Center for international cultural exchange.
The exhibition marks the debut of the Paris Museum's most comprehensive collection of historical French fashion in Asia. Showcasing close to 400 captivating pieces of clothing, jewelry, and accessories, the exhibition features a remarkable number of exhibits that have never been shown outside of Paris or France. The exhibition highlights stories about the evolution of French fashion and jewelry to showcase how clothing and adornment can transform body and define social status.
We didn't want to do an exhibition about beautiful pieces. We thought that it could be more interesting to have an idea how it was possible to dress in France and in Europe in the 18th and the 19th century. In France, the body was transformed by a clothes.
We wanted the Asian audience to understand and to learn this idea of showing all these different layers. We needed, all the different items that went into this construction of appearances. So that meant all the little accessories, undergarments, garments, jewels, hats, etc., etc. So we needed the almost 400 exhibits were necessary to this exhibition.
French fashion in the 18th century had already adopted Chinese clothing design elements.
I precisely chose a very important piece, and certainly one of my favorites. It's a men's jacket from the middle of the 18th century. And this jacket was very important for this exhibition because it's the influence, because you can see the Chinese inspiration in Europe and mainly in France in this time. It's a French silk made precisely with Chinese motif, flowers.
The influence of Chinese decorative art elements is also displayed in the French accessories.
Apart from the indoor jacket, there's a wig stand. The wig stand is not porcelain, but it's faience. It's inspired by blue and white Chinese porcelain because of the impact it had all around the world. You'll see in that wig stand from the 18th century, late 18th century, that kind of inspiration that Chinese art had on European craftsmen.
Ingrid's curatorial approach to the exhibition's 5 thematic sessions is reminiscent of the playful act of children dressing their dolls. The ensembles showcase how men and women in France adorn themselves for different social contexts during the period.
One of the things that make this exhibition special is that we show looks from daytime or evening and for different occasions, right? So in the design of the lighting, a sense of atmosphere that suits the occasion or the time of the day. And
The exhibited clothing and jewelry pieces are exceptionally delicate and fragile, requiring the utmost care during transportation and installation. The curatorial team has also commissioned bespoke mannequins tailored specially for this exhibition.
We have about 68 mannequins, and they were all prepared in Paris. Because of the shaping of the mannequin, each mannequin was prepared especially for a certain costume.
The exhibition runs until October 14th, after which all the exhibits will be carefully returned to France. This decision is a critical measure taken to protect the precious and delicate exhibits on display.
The summer holidays are almost here. If you're stuck for ideas on what to do with the family, remember to tune into Vibrant Hong Kong next week as we have some fun and educational suggestions for you.
In addition to learning about the Hong Kong Biodiversity Museum, we'll also introduce you to an app that immerses the users in both the past and present of Hong Kong using augmented reality. Until then, have a pleasant week ahead. Good night.
Good night.